All right, now a big developing story out of Los Angeles tonight where Democratic L.A. mayoral candidate Karen Bass says multiple firearms were stolen from her home in a break-in on Saturday. Bass said in a statement, quote, "At this time, it appears that only 2 firearms, despite being safely and securely stored, were stolen. Cash, electronics, other valuables were not, and it's unnerving, and unfortunately, it's something that far too many Angelenos have faced." Now, Bass, a former congressman, is a staunch gun control advocate, and this summer even boasted about her commitment to targeting law-abiding gun owners, tweeting, quote, "I am the only 2022 Moms Demand Action gun sense candidate running for mayor of Los Angeles. Los Angeles deserves a mayor that we can trust and stand up to the gun lobby, not cower before them." And while in Congress, Bass also co-sponsored a resolution that urged states to repeal stand-your-ground laws, among a litany of other far-left gun positions. And now she wants to double down on all those far-left failures and become mayor of Los Angeles. So Bass is fine keeping guns for herself if they were secure, she said, but wants to make it harder for law-abiding citizens in Los Angeles to exercise their Second Amendment rights. Here with reaction, Leo 2.0 Terrell, along with Outkick founder Clay Travis. You know, Leo, let me look at this from the legal side. So she had these securely and safely stored guns robbed, but they didn't take cash, they didn't take other valuables, they didn't take electronics. Why is my antenna up really, really high and my BS Adam Schiff meter spinning around in circles in my head like a siren?
Get that antenna up a little higher, because I'll tell you why. It's about, what, 60 days before a midterm election where she's trying to become the first black female mayor of Los Angeles. And we know how race and color has nothing to do with qualifications. See our vice president, see our White House press secretary. I don't buy this story. She's robbed, and the robber only takes these 2 guns in a Brinks lockbox. I don't buy this. And I think what is happening here is she is getting a message out there that she's against guns. Sean, she also said earlier this year, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's a 10 as far as her safety in Los Angeles. She's on a different universe. Los Angeles is not safe. She supports George Gascon. She supports Black Lives Matter. She supports Antifa. Where was her in the summer of 2020 riots? She was supporting the rioters. This woman is a disaster. And remember, she was very close to being vice president. What did her in? Because she thought Castro was a great leader. This woman is horrible for Los Angeles. She's horrible for the country, and she must be living in a multi-universe, because Los Angeles is not safe.
So we're supposed to believe the firearms were safely and securely stored, Clay Travis, but they didn't steal anything else. That makes me very suspicious in and of itself. And then she supports getting rid of stand-your-ground laws around the country. And I'm wondering, OK, so what did she have the firearms in her house for? Was she going to retreat with her weapon and say, "Pretty please leave my house"? Was that her plan? Because that doesn't make sense either to me.
Look, Leo knows what's going on in L.A. right now. L.A. is so unsafe that people are actually being followed to their homes, and when they arrive at their house, criminals are following them inside. And I'm so sick of this. It is infuriating. Every city in America, the people who are telling you how safe the city is pay for their own private security. They have their own armed guards, and they want to tell everybody out there, oh, you don't have the right to protect yourself. Do you know how many suburban women right now? Do you know how many people of color? You go look at who's buying guns right now. It's not your white guys out there who are driving so many of these firearm sales. It's women who feel threatened in their cities no matter where they go, like this poor woman, Eliza Fletcher, who went for a jog in Memphis and got kidnapped while she was out jogging by the University of Memphis. It's all these women all over the country. It's a lot of minorities whose communities are unsafe because of politicians like this lecturing us and saying your cities are safe, and they're living like hypocrites. They have tons of guns themselves. They have all the armed security they want. Leo, how many times we heard Cori Bush say you got to defund the police? She's out here spending $500 grand on her own private security detail.
Well,
if you're rich enough for your own private security detail, you don't need the police.
I ask anybody, what are you going to do, God forbid, and we have an increase in the murder rate, crime rate all across the country right now because of defund, dismantle, no bail. What are people going to do that are anti-gun if, God forbid, somebody breaks into your house and wants to bring harm to you and your family? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to defend myself and my family. What do these people have to defend themselves? Nothing, Leo.
And basically what they want civil unrest. They want citizens who depend on the police to become vigilantes. We're going to have to take matters in our own hands, and that's chaos. Sean, they are basically providing a prescription for chaos, because without supporting the police, by basically allowing criminals to roam the street and terrorize, they're basically telling citizens, fend for yourself, and that's what's going to happen. End result, civil disorder.
What do you do if you don't have any type of weapon, Clay? You're a sitting duck. If the police response time is record low, you're doomed. Whatever's going to happen, happen.
Well, they'll tell you what you're supposed to do is call a social worker, and they'll just tell the criminal that they feel sorry that the criminal is behaving so violently and try to talk him out of committing a crime of violence. And then you know what's going to happen, unfortunately? They get arrested.
Please?
Yeah, please don't shoot somebody. And then they get sent right back out on the streets. They're barely in prison at all. I feel bad for so many of our police out there working as hard as they can. They get bad guys arrested, the people who are committing the crimes, and then they're back out on the streets thanks to people like Kamala Harris almost as soon as they get arrested.
Yeah. All right, Clay Travis, thank you. Leo 2.0 Terrell, thank you. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.